Good morning and welcome to today's thought for the week. I wonder, have you ever been in a situation where it's been a wee bit of time since you've done something and you do it again for the first time in a long time, and it's maybe a bit unfamiliar or you're a bit unsure? I had a situation like that. As you know, we had COVID a few weeks ago, and it had been maybe more than the 10 days since I had driven. There's been a few days I hadn't driven anyway, and then we weren't allowed out. So it had been a while since I'd driven the car. And the first time I got back into the car to go out, I still knew how to drive, but it felt different. It felt weird. It felt almost new, and took me a wee while getting used to it. I know maybe some people are still at school, but certainly when I was at school over the summer break, I would have done very little writing. And when it came to the start of September and you were writing your new books and putting the date on things, I remember almost having to get used to writing again. It just was so out of the habit of doing it that it felt new and strange and different and unfamiliar. You can maybe think of other situations yourself where you've gotten out of the way of doing something. Maybe if you're into a particular sport and you haven't played in a while, and you maybe go back and you're feeling a bit rusty, whether that's your golf swing, or maybe you can't kick the football as far as you used to be able to, or maybe your personal best on the park run had dropped a wee bit. When we get out of the habit of doing something, it's sometimes difficult to get back. And I want to think about that in terms of our spiritual life too. It's been really good, particularly last weekend, and looking forward to that there's more and more things happening in church, and it's been good to see people that we maybe haven't seen in a while, or even just to be able to sit around a table and share some buns and a cup of tea. Things like those, it's good to be getting back to normal, and it feels good. And it got me thinking about some of the spiritual habits that we maybe need to keep going with. I'm speaking at a youth event very soon, and we're thinking about being connected, staying connected to one another and staying connected to God. And I've been looking at how practically we can stay connected to God and each other, and it is those things like the coffee mornings and the Bible studies and those sorts of things. And of course, we know we stay connected through our reading our Bible, our praying, all of those things. And I wanted to see what the Bible had to say. So if you want to turn with me, you can, to Hebrews chapter 10, verses 24 and 25. Not neglecting to meet together, as is the habit of some, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day drawing near. It's a good habit to meet with each other. The Bible is full of one another sayings. We have to encourage each other, build each other up. Even sometimes we have to rebuke one another. But how do we do those one another's if we're not in the habit of meeting together? So my encouragement for you today is to reconnect. Maybe that's reconnect with God through getting into a habit of reading your Bible, or getting into the habit of stopping and praying in a regular rhythm, or maybe through connecting with your church family again. We'd love to see you back out at church on a Sunday morning. We'd love to see you out at things like SNT or the prayer meetings on a Wednesday or a Monday evening. There are lots of ways that you can reconnect with your church family and with God. So let me encourage you today to take up those habits, re-establish those habits, and reconnect with God. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for your word, the Bible. We thank you for the truths contained in it. And we thank you that for many of us, we were in the habit of meeting together, and then we were forced not to meet for a little while, but we thank you that we can get back together again. And so, Lord, today, help us to reconnect with you. Help us to get back into those good habits for connecting with you and connecting with our church family. We pray all this in your Son's name. Amen. I look forward to reconnecting or connecting again with you very soon. God bless.